Hello, everyone. Welcome to round 4 of the World Championship, and we got a very special one tonight. For the first time ever in ALR history, the drivers do not know what track that they are going to be racing on, which has very much made my blood pumping. I don't think it's made the drivers' blood pumping, to be fair, though, as I think that a lot of them are going to be quite nervous about which tracks will be coming off the wheel. And the tracks that will be coming off the wheel will be Miami, will be Saudi Arabia, and will be Bahrain. So one of those three tracks will be raced upon tonight, and it'll be the same format over the next 2 days, of course. 3 days technically, of course, as today does count as well, doesn't it? Just waiting as we've got 11 viewers in here at the moment. There, thank you very much to Kaz Van Von, who has subs. So thank you very much, my good sir. Let go Gold, the mystery Grand Prix there with a ghost there. Ooh, from Nelson. Equal says also screaming in terror, or is that the light? I do not know. We've also got Chappers there with either a high five emoji or the praying emoji, as Equals is also biting his nails as well. But as yes, we will be getting ready in just a jiffy. Then I am deciding whether to do the wheel now or should we do the wheel after the championship. How exciting! Let's do the championship first, actually, because I'm feeling a bit brutal. Right then, in the championship, the drivers' championship. Anyway, let's take a look at these, shall we? It is Sam Swift Ninja now has a 25-point lead, and he will lead the championship. Whatever happens here tonight, unless, of course, there's a fast lap scored by Toy Coin, who is now moved up to second position. Troy is in third. Fourth position is Menace on 24 points. 23 for Immortal with Keza on 22. 16 for Indigo. 16 for Indigo then. Whoopsie, what have I done? Hopefully nothing. 16 for Indigo then in 7th position. And Kaz on 14, 12 for Percy. Terrible start for the season for Percy. Chappers on 12. Legends also on 12 as well. We've got a freeway dance for the 9th position at the moment. And Boxstar will be happy with points, he just said then. 6 points for Boxstar in his account at the moment, with Equals on 6 as well. Markey on 4. Nolsey on 4 as well. 1 for Mumford and Brabbit. 3 drivers yet to score. Cam, Coop, and MHD. Sadly, unfortunately for those drivers there. Hang on, I've lost me. Where's my Streamlabs gone? Right there. Whoopsie. In the constructors championship, if I can get them up, then I have a problem with that normally. In the constructors championship, it is Ferrari leads the way. Then very consistent start in the constructors championship for Ferrari, then, who are 9 points in front of Kick Sauber, who are second, and Mercedes on 30 points. And goodness me, there's a big old gap between the first two and the rest of the field. 29 points for Alpine, 28 points for the RB team. Very nip and tuck then between 4th, 5th, and 6th, but it's only you go very early in the stages in the championship, actually, is the 3, 4, and 5. Red Bull are in 6th position, and Aston Martin are 7th. Williams are in 8th position on 16 points. Haas on 13. And sadly, once again, it looks like McLaren's issues have just basically been thrown over to this one as well, this season as well, sadly. So that is not ideal for for those drivers, unfortunately, which is a big blow indeed. Then sadly, is that unfortunately. So that is the drivers who go for the constructors in just a jiffy because I've got less than a minute to get the wheel going. Lucas Percy, the guys, don't sweat it. The game will have a chance today, which will be a change. Neil Price, sorry, Immortal. You think Percy, but I bet some people have grinded all three of them. Well, if they have, that's incredible, isn't it? Right, let's get on with the show, shall we? And here it is, and then the wheel is about to be placed on your screens now. There they are. Remember, it is not the wheel that gets chosen. It's not the circuit that gets chosen first. It will be the last circuit off the wheel, and now then we're just about to spin the wheel. Then, so there they are. We got Saudi Arabia, we have got Bahrain, and we have got Miami. Let go, Sean. Yes, we are going then, and there they are, and they spin it around. Remember, three tracks, completely different tracks as well. The first circuit that's not going to be racing tonight is Miami. So Miami will not be racing tonight, which I must admit I'm quite happy about that. I hope it doesn't get raced on Tuesdays either, to be honest. So Miami is off the board. Next then is the two races in the Middle East. Then. Is it going to be Saudi Arabia or is it going to be Bahrain? Then? Here we go then. The wheel is going around again. Oh, I love this. This is fantastic. We shall have a wheel every week. Oh, my word. Who is next then? Which won't be racing. And this Bahrain is not going to be racing tonight. So it is Saudi Arabia making its sixth appearance on the ALR calendar. So it will be Saudi Arabia, which will be racing here tonight for the sixth time in ALR's history. And I'm not sure what the drivers think about that. Personally, I would hate that if I was in bronze, so I'm kind of hoping it's Bahrain in bronze, out of all those three circuits, personally. Ideally, we would like to have Miami tomorrow night, wouldn't we, really? But yes, so it is Saudi Arabia then, which will be the circuit then for tonight. Chappers G's Saudi Arabia. So that's a bit unfortunate for Chappers and potentially. But there it is, and Saudi Arabia that is the circuit then that it will be raced here tonight. And there's confirmation. We got to go through this two more times tomorrow night and on a Tuesday night as well, which is really cool stuff indeed. And not for the driver's head. So as Alex hit the wall 100% then. Well, goodness me, as Keza then not happy about that. As Carl saying, yeah, good stuff indeed. Bad luck. Gold says, there's a serious mushroom. Last for me, Alex to hit the wall 100%. Says that Kiki as well done. All right, let's go for the joint constructor, shall we? Whilst the circuit gets selected in the background, the joint constructors looks like this. Too good to miss. Kick Saubers was their incredible 1-2 in bronze last week, which I would cheer for him, but let's be honest, I'm a competitor, so I was booing them. I was booing them after the race. But to Kick Sauber is great 1-2 in bronze has elevated himself. Selena Constructors, joint constructors, 20 points now in front of the Red Bull team in second position. Third is the Aston Martin team, 31 points adrift of the leaders, 11 points away from the Red Bull team. Alpine are on 109 points, 107 points for the Ferrari team. Then we have Williams on 91 points, 95 points for McLaren. Not bad, actually. This time last season, I think they had about less than 10 points, I think. Mercedes on 56, 54 for Haas, and RB at the bottom on 52. But I have a feeling that one of the five drivers is not pulling their weight at the moment. I'm not going to say their names, but I should say he is ginger, a bit chubby, and moans a lot. Or shall I say rages a lot then, but I wonder who that could be. Hello, everyone. No, Chappers doesn't mind Saudi Arabia. Cam, Saudi Arabia is rubbish at easy win for Menace, says Immortal then. Immortal has only ever had one Grand Prix win in his career so far in Formula 1 then, so hopefully he can get a second one then. We have also got, what did Vessier say? I didn't see what Vessier said. Nope, Vessier says Kiki. Oh, is Saudi Arabia for silver and bronze as well? I apologise, Vessier. No, it's not. We're doing another wheel for silver and another wheel for bronze as well, because that is the jeopardy. That means that no one has been able to prepare as much, or they might have been able to prepare slightly, but even so, when you got one circuit and you could just really bash out the times, bash out the practice simulations, race simulations, qualifying simulations, tire management, and all that jazz, which I'm sure all the drivers do. Of course, so that is not going to be a factor now. There's going to be less preparation time, so it's going to be very much down to seat of your pants talent tonight, which I cannot wait. That is something I certainly don't have either. So bronze is going to be pretty appalling for me. But never mind. Let's finish on the positive. We'll start on the positive. I should say that. By the way, happy 102nd Grand Prix today to Percy. I should have said happy 100th Grand Prix in the last race or two. That I've also discovered that my controller charger does not work, so I've got a really short phone charger at the moment. So I'm basically sat next to and having a very snuggly time with my PlayStation 5, which is quite nice, as well as it's also heated up my love handles as well, which is fantastic. Qualifying then, only one qualifying session for this season as standard. As we've also got cards out on circuit. German is joining in. After he's had the PlayStation update. Vesser wanted to practice then. Yeah, bro. So we've got Gina will only get 1 hour on each track. Then says serious question. Done. We're done. Haha. So we got drivers out on the circuit. Box out. We've also got cars out as well. Of course, there is cars out. I've got to say, there's a lot of gum from this. I don't know what it is actually. For some reason, it's because I'm sitting close to the TV tonight, isn't it? Which is probably why. It feels like there's a lot of stuff on the screen, isn't it, in terms of graphics and stuff. But there we go. But of course, Saudi Arabia. This is the fifth Grand Prix. This is the sixth Grand Prix run of Saudi Arabia Grand Prix in ALR bronze. Then the 5 other races around here have been, of course, last year's race winner was actually German. So German's got good thoughts about here, or good memories, I say, about here. So hopefully German could repeat that. Then on his reserve appearance, and Toy Coyne got pole position last season, whilst Menace Max got the fastest up there. Season before it was Total P. Season won the race. Season before that was Milan. Season before that was Troy. I got to go across because my spreadsheet don't fit on the page anymore. Shameful. And the season before that was Blades then. So I got to say, no one has won this race more than once then in their careers as well. But of course, Sam Swift Ninja has been on pole position around here in the past. Has as Boxtal as well. Then Boxtal be aiming for some points if it can. Boxtal rediscover some form way back in season 8 then, where he did get on pole position there. Toy Coyne, I would say, is probably one of the favourites there. He's one of the quickest men lap for lap over the course of a season. Then I'm going to have to steal 3 setups and 3 wet setups just in case. Then said Diamond down. Dare I say, I'll be very confident that it won't rain in Saudi Arabia or Bahrain. Having said that, it did rain in Abu Dhabi, but then again, that was Farfet was hosting the lobby. So if Farfet's hosting bronze, then potentially yes, get 3 wet setups where get going actually. But it only rains 12 days a year in Bahrain. I'm sure I had a sprinkling of the wet stuff in 2012, I believe it was. Of course, I know Saudi Arabia, of course, only appeared on the calendar back in 2021 in that very bizarre Grand Prix between Verstappen and Hamilton, of course, where that lap of the gods from Max Verstappen was absolutely incredible stuff indeed, wasn't there? Sadly, though, is one lap that was never completed, which was such a shame now for Max Verstappen, because I think I would have been out there with one of the best laps, very similar to the legendary Ayrton Senna in one of the Monaco Grand Prix. Cheers, Russia. Wheel track to this, so Sam might struggle tonight, says Serious Musher. Well, Sam, yes, he's even though he's only had 2 wins out of the 3 starts so far this season, the defending double world champion, he has been on the podium 3 times so far, and he's had 1 pole position as well. Pole position has been shared out equally so far, then, as Kaz does go fast, and Kaz are hoping to, he's got quick pace in qualifying, car 34 has, but race trim has been a problem there for the Aston Martin driver, but I did have second, he had 4th position now in Japan actually, so maybe I should wind my neck in, actually, potentially, because obviously I'm telling you all a bunch of baloney. Thank you very much for the likes. Keep those likes coming in. Coop as in soup. A second and a 10th down then, or a second and 2/10 down. Love the helmet design though, by the way, fantastic. Very much Saudi Arabia colours as well, actually, for Coop. Then lovely stuff indeed. Then, if he, I wonder if Coop knew about this, knew had a bit of Mystic Meg on him there, and potentially knew what was going to come off the hat. Toy Coin, fast as that on a 27.9. And am I surprised? No, not really. Toy Coin is absolutely head and shoulders. Well, he's not head and shoulders, is he? He's not Joe Hart in that head and shoulders advert. But Toy Coin is pretty incredible in qualifying, isn't it? But of course, we have had 3 different pole sitters in the first 3 races. Toy Coin scampering off the runoff area here. The barriers have been pushed back ever so slightly as Brabbitt goes second fastest. But the barriers have been pushed back ever so slightly over the years as Ballant is coming and going. He doesn't know which way to come at the moment there, but Ballant now trying to get himself back in the session. Barriers have been pushed back there from the first or second season around here. Well, I say that then. Immortal has gone fast then. The track should get quicker and quicker. Then it's a bit of a street circuit. There's a lot of furniture around here, and I am expecting safety cars as well. It's one of the quickest street circuits on the Formula. I think it is the quickest street circuit on the Formula 1 calendar, and has the most turns as well. 27 turns around this course. So the driver's arms are probably going to be quite achy at the end of this one. Balancing gold, I'm just going to go outside and see if the world has ended. Balance race here last week as well, and I think finished quite, I think 18th or 17th. Boxer has gone fast. I love the helmet design there from Boxer. Similar colours to Nigel, actually, isn't it? Goodness me, that's a nice helmet there. Tory has gone 7th fast. Mona Indigo is down in 9th there, but I don't think Indigo has put his best time on the board yet. Here comes Chappers, currently in 6th faster than the Willie. Just in front of him is his teammate Knowlesy. Williams had a decent start so far this season. I think that they're the Constructors Champions, and of course, I think that they would like to become 4-time Constructors Champions. No disrespect to each driver, but I think that the Constructors Championship may not have been on their wish list this season. But I think there's been a strong start nonetheless for the Williams team. Says me, who, to be honest, the only reason why I finished at the points so far this season is because Bronze has extended their points from 10 to the top 15 now, which is a really good idea, actually. I think I came up with the idea, but that's probably because I was racing this year. Percy goes 4th fastest. Qualls has gone at 7th fastest in the second Alpine machine. His teammate just a half a second up the road then in this circuit so far. Samsung Ninja, the championship leader then, attacking the first sector then, which is very much a very technical, twisty part of the section. And here comes Keza then, out of the front turn, and Keza had a very strong last 2 races, 4th and 5th, as we've now got too many drivers in here now. We've now got 21. Keza's gone at 4th fast there in the Red Bull machine. That's good stuff indeed. Then we've got a car just getting out of the way. Menace Max flying past. We almost took him by 2 payoff. And Knowlesy across the line. Second sector, not too bad. Third sector is great. And that's 8th position there for the Williams car. Boxtel top, stop the count, says Serious Mushroom there, as Knowlesy, very good 8th position there. It's going to be interesting to see how different this this race is going to be, because drivers will not have practiced as heavily as potentially before that. Maybe so that's going to be very interesting, isn't it? Very similar to an F1 sprint weekend, where we've got basically, well, they've got 1 practice session. We've got literally 0 practice sessions. Some drivers may even take this for qualifying sessions, maybe a practice session as well. Here comes the champion across the line fast, let's say, for Sam Swift Ninja, and status quo then for Sam Swift Ninja. Menace Max goes into a very respectable 5th position there in the Mercedes car for last year's runner-up for Menace Max. So I think he'll be solid, happy with that then. Indigo is invalidated again, unfortunately. Indigo right at the back of the pack at the moment there for Indigo. Remember, Indigo was on the podium last week there. Him and Menace did make contact in the front turn there, but I don't think that was reported in the end there. But I think that I'm not sure if Menace, where he blamed himself or whatnot, I'm not too sure, because I mainly missed that then. You probably nicked the idea from me, Sean, then, says Serious Mushroom. Maybe. How dare you suggest that, Mushroom? I'm a man of my own ideas. Yeah. Let's be honest, I probably nicked it from Mushroom and from anyone else I've ever sat in a party with. So there we go. However, I think the idea behind it is is to try and encourage more drivers going to the end then potentially. I did suggest the MotoGP point system, but I think the admins decided to go with more of a rather than a MotoGP style point system. They've gone with something slightly different, which means that now I've got a little post-it on the side of me. I don't know what I'm in at the moment, to be honest. I'm in my living room, but I've got a little post-it actually, which actually reminds you of the points positions there. And I must say that my stats for bronze has been absolutely appalling. My stats keeping for bronze this season. I've actually had to go back to. We had a car there. Kaz has gone fastest there, and that's incredible. But what's more incredible is the fact that I'm sure I said a car teleport in the front of Kaz. Goodness gracious me, that could have been an airplane crash there. But luckily, we're not in the Doctor Who universe there. I've never watched Doctor Who, to be honest. As we got Gurman, who is out on circuit as well, and we have got 20 drivers in here. Here comes Gurman, last year's race winner. Of course, that is his most race win as well there for Gurman. Here comes Cam. One of three drivers that has not scored so far this season. The second kick, Sauber, go flying past us now. Of course, Sauber, legendary team with Formula 1. They've been in here since 1993. Of course, when it came into part of the Mercedes, didn't they? Of course, Mercedes jumped ship and went to the McLaren team in '95. As you can tell, I've been watching some of my own season reviews there as I've been trying to get rid of this bit of man flu, which is not really man flu at all. It's just a little cold, but I'm a wimp. Here comes Gurman. Look at all that traffic going on there. And Gurman has represented Mexico tonight, and he's used this best crash helmet that Sergio Perez gave him as Gurman on board. And of course, former world champion Gurman is, of course, the silver champion and the gold champion, the first man to ever win those two championships there. Of course, silver, then going on to win gold then in season 6 there for Gurman. A lot of race wins, under his belt as well there for Gurman. So this man is no slouch. I think in the ground effect era, though, because I think he was the second to last champion before the ground effect era came in ALR. But Gurman, I don't think his enjoyed these types of cars and potentially the games as well, potentially. But the cars and the games, it's just not, it's not been as nice there for Gurman, has it? On board with Chappers there, of course, we haven't got the Chappers fan club in here yet, but they might sidestep me in just a few moments. Sidestep me. I don't think that's not what I meant at all, is it? But I haven't said that. A lot of people do try and sidestep me. But luckily for them is that I've got quite a girth on me. So if they're going to sidestep me, they got to go all the way around. It's like walking all the way around Mount Rushmore. Well, I was actually meant to say Mount Fuji, but Mount Rushmore would do. Is Mount Rushmore thicker than Fuji? I do not know, to be honest. Brad Pitt in a superb fourth position 6 minutes ago in this qualifying session. I got to say, I must admit, I quite like this mystery format. I'm a man who doesn't really like a lot of change when it comes. I like my calendars to be very similar to real life Formula 1 calendars. Here's Percy, currently 9th fastest moment, and we've got some of the Chapper fans in the box now. We keep an eye on what Chappers does. Currently in the top 10. Hello to Brers. Chaps for more points than Chappers has scored. Points in every race apart from last week in Japan now. Getting a very good 5th position actually in the Chinese Grand Prix. And I think Chappers would be wanting me out of the commentary box there because that was 1 week I was missing as I was sadly at work, which was a shame after all that network hullabaloo. I'm glad that's not happening this week. Hopefully that's not a commentator's curse. Across the line there comes Percy, goes 6th fastest there. Percy a little behind the 8 ball at the moment in that Haas machine. Here comes Chappers going into turn at 22 and 23. No, he's a bit. We have got to 22 and 23 yet. Chappers has gave up that lap. Here comes Equals, has found a quarter of a second in the second split time. Immortal has just gone into third, whilst Equals has abandoned his time there. Keza coming in the pits as well. Legends down in 16th position there. Tori is invalidated their time as well, but there's Immortal who's done a good job and moved himself up into third position. At the moment, Kaz, who's currently on pole position. Ben Hardy, hello, Chappers, who is in 10th position, but unfortunately for Chappers and Ben Hardy and Brers, unfortunately, is invalidated his time, or not invalidated his time, but has abandoned his time and come into the garage. I'll just make things up as I go along. Here's Legends. Oh, was that an invalidation there potentially? I'm just going to have a look to see if Kaz has ever been on pole position. I probably should know this already, and he's never been on pole position there, Kaz, isn't it? So this could be his first pole position for Kaz's career. for about I don't know. So here out of the pits now comes Kaz, and he has been threatening pole position so many times in the past in the ALR Formula One. Can tonight be his night? Then in the Aston Martin, and comes out of the pits now. His teammate, the other Aston Martin, I think that is a super sub tonight of Tory. So only one Aston Martin could be eligible to score points. Mortal is crawling back into the pits. I'm wondering if Mortal's even got enough time there. Percy, who is down in sixth position mode, has gone a bit early, and I think there's about 4 minutes to go. It's a long circle around here. It's about a minute and a half to do a time, then about 90 seconds, well, probably about 86 odd seconds or something like that. And of course, when you're on an in lap or an out lap, it's going to take twice as long then. Evening to you, camera racer, then. You two camera racers, hello all drivers. Well, I was on an in-lap, says Chappers. So Chappers was on an in-lap there, so I was throwing shade on him for no reason at all. Apologies to you Chapperholics out there. Ballander in 20 position in the second half has not set a time on the board just yet. Indigo under pressure as well. 3 minutes to go in this qualifying session there. So Indigo's got to get a move on. No pressure, Indigo, but I'm sure he's probably got me on mute anyway. So luckily, we should be all fine and done. That whatever is all the Indigo fans is also going to. This girl's going to string me up as well, which is not a good sign, is it? There, to be honest. But then again, you'll have to find a rope strong enough to get me hanging, to get me strung up in the first place. I just haven't got the one lap pace. These guys have, says Percy. So Percy sound a bit defeatist there, sadly for Percy. But Percy, of course, has had 16 pole positions in his career so far. If you have that, that's how many Sam Swift Ninjas got so far in his career. But Sam Swift Ninja, they're very much. Is very much there, starting to really get some more pole position. Now Cam has dropped off there. I was reading someone else's comment there. I apologise. Chapperholics has got a ring to it. I can't lie. To us, I stole it off of Hulk Hogan, the Hulkamaniacs. Please don't do me for plagiarism, which I don't think is plagiarism, is it? Because that's where you copy off Wikipedia, which I've never done. Just do not review my college assignments from 10 years ago. I'm telling myself, sure, make it 20 years ago, actually, goodness me. Here comes Boxed Out. Look at that. Tackling 21 and 22. Impressively. Wow, goodness me. I love that 21 and 22 chicane there. Of course, we had an almighty shunt there, which Favre caused. I think it was the first season we was racing around here. And unfortunately took out the unlucky Dan Murphy. And I think he took out a couple of other drivers as well, did Favre there. But there we go. Am I surprised? Not particularly. Of course, as coming across the line there, Box Out goes fourth past. A lot of frustration there from the former runner-up in ALR, and Boxed Out does not get any higher than fourth position there. Sam Swift Ninja, 2,000 second up in the first sector time then. As Cameron's retired from the session, here comes Carlson, who is the man on the mission at the moment, on board now with the pole sitter then. Look at that then, as almost going a bit too wide there and possibly lost a bit of time over that exit curve of 22. Now into the final stage of this lap then. It's all about power, grunt, and how much speed you can get there. Down into 27 then, accelerating away, and on to the start-finish straight, and I think the Cars has even got a McLaren in front of us, or is that a Ferrari? I'm colourblind. Across the line there comes Cars, and there's pole position, and improved by 18 hundredths of a second there for Cars then. So currently on pole position. Can anyone stop Cars from taking his first pole position of his career? Well, this man certainly can. Sam Swift Ninja's found a 100th second at the second split time, and if in the end it's not enough there, and Sam Swift Ninja is on the front row as it stands at the moment there. Oh my goodness gracious me. Gertman Gertman there, of course, who has not raced so far this season, 8 fastest there. I think Gertman could be quite satisfied with that, to be fair. I think they'd be very happy with that as well. Champerson in the first sector, Equals in the second sector as well. I am looking for a dark blue car. There he is, it's Keza, only going 13 fastest for Keza, so in the second half of the grid, very unusual to see Keza that far down. Here comes Equals, and he's found 2/10 of a second there in the second split time. Now into the final sector as well then, and given that to Wall just about enough room then. A bit of respect there from Equals at the exit of turn 27. Across the line he comes, and Equals does not improve, and I think he probably found on his dashboard that it was not improving either. As just watching Menace out, I thought Menace was going to be the next driver around then. It's not then. It is actually a McLaren Mercedes then, and I'm looking for Coop. Here is Coop. He's found 3 tenths of a second. Coop has that across the line, and Coop improves to 15 fastest. No knockout qualified anymore. And who's out in the background? Is that Troy? Eh? No, it wasn't. It was Toy Coyne who's only 4 fastest. Goodness gracious me. I would have lost me house then if I was a better man. Luckily, I am a better man, but unluckily, I did not put anything on the board. Percy's on pole position there, and I reckon he used a bit of slipping there, and he might have also put me into a false dawn as well. Percy on pole position there in the dying emblems of qualifying here. Magnificent. Chaffers goes 11 fastest. Menace Max only going up to 9th. And Troy has moved himself over to 6th position. What a mega lap from the former world champion Lucas Percy. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed there. And that is magical stuff. But Immortal then, can he spoil Percy's celebration? He can! By 400ths of a second, Immortal's on pole position for the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. His 13th pole position of his career in Formula One. Immortal there has snatched it at the very end there from Percy. We've got the 2 Red Bulls have just come together in the pit lane, and Kez is going to start 19th on the grid because he's going to have a 5-place grid penalty of going into the back of his super sub teammate. Immortal, though, has stolen the headlines from Percy, as Percy was very bewildered by his pace. But my goodness me, I think that Percy dug deep, didn't he? There, of course, remember the likes of Hamilton, Schumacher, Senna, and co. Then who used to do that as well. And I think that Percy had to really sum up something special, and he did. But it wasn't enough for to get pole position off of Immortal. And Immortal's pole position for the second time this season, for the second time in 4 races. And I think that Alpine are going to be very happy with that indeed. And that's also the first driver to have 2 pole positions this season. Mega stuff indeed. Immortal on pole position. I've lost my controller. Second position is Percy. Look at that, 46 hundredths of a second there separates these 2 drivers. Incredible stuff indeed there. Third position there is Kazan, so close yet so far, but doing a very good job in the Aston Martin. Sam Smith down in 4th position, and the 2 Ferraris share row 3. Hang on. Right then, Dylan Gallagher. Hi, Chappers. Then now that's what we are called Chapaholics. Then from Darcy as well. Great 17 to have you all in the comment section. I absolutely appreciate it. Far cause a crash. What are these lies you weave? And so serious mushroom. Yeah, I mean, how dare I shouldn't be saying vicious rumors like that, should I? Disgraceful behaviour indeed. And also, I'm wondering if I'm off far Christmas card list then potentially. To be honest, he's never got me a Christmas card list, which never got me a Christmas card, which absolutely disgraceful behaviour indeed. Ben Hardy, smooth Chaparator there, great stuff indeed, and Chapper's top guy. Mortor says Equaz, and get in says Percy, and serious person, no pace. Hey Percy, massive, goodness me, I'm not repeating that, Percy. Let's just say he's on the slipstream now. Just some Percy celebrations in my ear, says Chapper. Said, Chappers, you haven't heard anything yet. Then I like to put some. Oh my gosh, I need to read these comments before I actually read them out, shouldn't I? As Noel's here, I'm going to skip over that disgraceful behaviour indeed then. James knows why I'm quick then. Hey Dylan Budd there from Chambers as well. Bella then, oh my setup is horrible. Fear not gold, I am here, says Luke as well. Of course, Luke, who a Grand Prix winner in bronze and last Tuesday, wasn't it? It was indeed. As I must say, I try and I was having a happy race, to be honest. I think that I had a good old fight with Duncan Dave, I believe. But I must admit, whilst Duncan Dave was probably cruising, I basically used all my mustard and more, and it still wasn't enough, and also I bottled it as well. Immortal pole position for the 13th time of his career is on pole position. Sam Swift Ninja is on the soft tyres, as is Menace Max as well. Hard tyres for Gurman, for Tory, and for Kez as well. Kez, I'm wondering what Kez is going to be thinking about that penalty, especially as he got it from a reserve driver, and I think he got it coming into the pit lane there. There's the possible strategy, the 2-stopper, which I don't believe is going to happen here tonight unless there is a safety car. Soft tyres to medium, I think that might be possible. I do not know, to be honest. Why Why am I even in this commentary box? That's probably what you're all thinking. All right, Immortal on pole position for the 13th time this season. Percy alongside him on row 1. That's a great maneuver. That's a great recovery lap. Kaz in third position now. Can Kaz, who's had two good qualifying performances now, in third position now. But he's got to watch out for Sam Swift Ninja. It's quite a decent run down into turn 1 and 2. Then the first sector, you need a lot of grip. Toy Coin in fifth position now with Troy in sixth there. Boxed out in the upper echelons of the grid. That's great to see. Eighth position is Brabant. Menace Manx is going to be using those soft tyres there to go for the field like a hot knife through butter, he said. Gurman on his return. Last year's race winner has not raced for quite a while, Gurman has a couple of months there. Really put a lot of effort into warming up those tyres. 11th is Chappers, and 12th position is Equals, and with Legends in 13th, Knowlesy in 14th, Coop as in Soup in 15th, Cam in 16th position, 17th is Tori. 18th position is Indigo. At the end, unfortunately, couldn't get a lap together for Indigo. Then if he makes the podium there, I'll eat my hat. I don't have a hat, but actually I do have a hat. I have Equals' hat, but I do not want to eat Equals' hat because it's a lovely gift that he got me. We'll find out what Keza is thinking, says Serious Mushroom. I would like to know what Keza's... I'm going to be honest, if I was Keza, I'll be fuming, because that 5-place grid penalty is going to be costly. 3, 4, 5, pause! It's a drive-through for Brabant, and we're go here in Saudi Arabia. And Brabant has cost him valuable. And Troy is gone. Troy's got a penalty as well, has he? I think he has, yes. And Immortal keeps the lead then, but Brabant and Troy have both got a drive-through penalty. And I'm wondering then, is that due to not being able to prepare for the race, or is that just a mistake then? I'm looking too much into it. I think there's a car snaked away through the first sector. Here's Knowlesy. Here's Coop on the outside. Make that the inside. Nicely done there. Knowlesy's not going to be happy with that, though. With Cam, Tori, Indigo, Ballant, and Keza, who is trying to get past Ballant and who's using a bit of track we have not rented. Sam Swift Ninja takes third position, a de facto lead in this race. Here comes Mortal, though. He's going on the inside there. That gap is going to close in. Sam Swift Ninja, of course, is on the soft tyres, of course. So this, he's going to have a tyre advantage at this stage. Percy down to third with Kaz down into fourth position as well. There's the second Ferrari of Toy Coin, followed by Menace. He's got in front of his teammate Boxed Out. Chappers has made into the top 10. German's down to 11th position. I wonder if I was a bit sluggish there. Sam Swift Ninja's made a mistake there into 21 and 22. And now Immortal, no DRS yet. DRS will be available at the end of the first lap then, as we got there is a safety car for sure. And oh dear, says Sam. Nope, it says on the inside goes Percy. And is there going to be contact? There is contact between the two cars. Oh, and Percy there, as Percy there, almost going into the wall there. I think that's a bit of frustration as well. Lap one completed. Look at the gap there. It's about 6 tenths or no, it's about 2 tenths or seconds as we go into turn 1. And who's out the inside? That is someone that is Menace going past Toy Coin on the outside. Toy Coin now will not have the grip, will not have the track position. And unfortunately, he's not got a track position. Down in 5th position, unfortunately, for Toy Coin there. Sam Swift leads and second position is Immortal. How long are those soft tyres going to last? That's the question I've got there. So Troy and Brabant, of course, there's a short pit lane around here. So they have actually come out not too far away then, when there's still a lot of positions that have been lost, unfortunately. So just take a look at there are the position changes there. Unfortunately, indeed, then Sam Swift Ninja making those soft tyres work absolute to perfection at this moment there. Lock up the inside shoulder there. Menace up 4 positions as well then, but I must say, I think a lot of those position changes will be down to the jump starts of Troy and Brabant. I reckon that Troy jumped the start and Brabant reacted, and unfortunately that has cost both of them dearly in this Grand Prix. On board with Box Style at the moment there, of course, as he's all over, well, I say he's all over the gearbox of Toy Coin. Now, you're straddling that curb there, that's not going to be helpful, is it there? And here comes Box Style now. Goodness gracious me, and you can see, look at how much momentum you lose, and if you straddle that curb in 21 and 22, and Box Style is following his teammate through and up into 6th position there. But more importantly, Box Style is on the medium compound tyres. Is that important? I do not know at the moment. Lap 2 has been completed. Immortal is now starting to home in on Sam Swift Ninja, but Sam Swift Ninja has set the pass on the race. Kaz having a sniff. Nothing more than that, though, for Kaz. And of course, remember that Kaz has been so good in qualifying, but race trim, it has not been as ideal, has it there? As in the background, there's Kaz now moving over to 60th position. We've got Billet there. Having a look there. That's going to be a day and $1 short there, but Troy has managed to keep in front there of Bella. Now Brabant is also all over the gearbox as well. And then Brabham then is going through into, that's going to be, it's contact between the two cars. And Brabham and Winner has a bit of frustration there for the McLaren driver. And Coulter said, you need a lot of help there from the car on the for the car on the inside there. Samswift Ninja, they were very helpful correcting that slide there already on lap 3. Goodness gracious me, that if he could get into, I reckon that you could probably get the soft tyres to the mediums in this race personally. That's what I would try and do, but obviously do not do what I do, because let's be honest about it, I'm wrong a lot of the time. Meneso is now starting to become a menace. Actually, he's now crunching up to the back of Kaz. There is Kaz and Meneso, followed by Boxstar as well. Everyone's in DRS range of each other all the way down to Tori, who's down in 70 position. So there's a big old conga line at the moment here in Saudi Arabia. Here's a Morton. There's a lot of harvesting going on the Alpine machine going on the inside. I think you might wait until turn 1 then to have a good run then. Of course, 3 DRS zones around this circuit then, so they've got plenty of DRS opportunities. Not as many as Australia, who had 4. But here comes a Morton then all over the gearbox, and it's a soft tire starting to go off. And was it just difficult to get out of the DRS? The DRS here. Samswift Ninja still in front. I'm surprised for that. Percy is trying to muscle his way through, and he is going to get through here. And I think Immortal will be very disappointed to go from attack to defence there. And Immortal does bail out that. He does not want to have an incident this early on then. On board with Kazan in the Aston Martin. Look at this, and he's all over the gearbox now of Immortal as Cam has retired from the race. That's a hell of a smash. That's an almighty smash, and that's a VSC. I'm surprised it's not a safety car, to be honest, but there is a big old gap, isn't there? So they might be able to get that car removed then. But Cam out of the Grand Prix for Cam then, and that is a big blow. That is Cam's first retirement of the season, unfortunately, for the Kick Sauber. So that is a big shame now. Samswift Ninja leads, and I'm wondering if the soft runners might take this opportunity to roll the dice, come to the pits. Can the medium tires do 20 laps? Then it might be past the Sauber day, to be honest. The hard tires should. The hard tires on this generation of Formula One machinery gaming and all that jazz is pretty powerful in all races. So they might want to come to the pits. They're from the hard tires and get them to the end. Whether they'll have a performance advantage or whether they will be decent enough to go to the end is another matter altogether. But in terms of getting to the end, that shouldn't be a problem. As I thought, man, it's going into the back of Kaz then. How long is this VSC going to stay out for? The car has been cleared then for Cam out of the Grand Prix, sadly. For Cam, this is very disappointing. DRS is number name. We're back racing then, so I don't think that, yes, so if it's out of the VSC, the virtual safety column, and you all have to adhere to a time on your Delta, was not long enough there, unfortunately. Here comes Percy. Then Percy's not been in the races so far this season, but now he takes the lead and gets ahead of Samswift Ninja, and that's a great maneuver there for Percy. Now, has he got the pace to stretch away then? I miss it so much, says Carl Bryan, and of course Carl Bryan, a driver in bronze back in yesteryear then. So it's great to see you in the comments there, Serious Motion. Softs to mediums to stretch, says Serious Motion there. Sam and Menace going to pit after 5 laps. Softs are a bad call, says Goku. Exactly. That's why I should not talk about tyre strategy, because I thought it's a good call. But yes, indeed, then I think that Styles, who had podium as well in the last race, I think it was in Japan. Great drive from Styles. One of my drivers of the day last week. That you can't park there, sirs, says Serious Mushroom. On board with Samswift Ninja all over the gearbox now with Percy, but then in turn Immortal is now also all over the gearbox, and here comes Samswift Ninja, the championship leader. These two are fighting tooth and nail for the championship over the past couple of seasons, and he's going to have a look into 22-1 and 2. Not quite though. As look at that then, and there's that Mercedes of Menace there, very much in the background there, just sticking there, and on the outside there he goes, and he takes the lead. And what about Immortal? He's going to try and get through as well. There's Kaz also trying to find a gap. It was not going to be there after a while. That gap was always going to close then. Percy, goodness me, did you see that slide there from Percy in the Haas car? Not ideal there for Percy. He's on the medium tyres, of course, there. Medium tyres, and look at this, we've got to get rid of that graphic there, because going down to turn 1 is status quo still. Is Percy leads. Second is now Immortal, as there's a lot of change there. And Indigo up into 11 7th position, Indigo is up, and there's contact between the two RBs, and Indigo's incredible start there has unfortunately had a bit of a, has unfortunately been derailed ever so slightly, because Cooper's driving superbly well into 11th position there. So we've got the two Red Bulls of 13th and 14th position there, has caused the Red Bulls did cause themselves their own issues in qualifying, didn't they? Gotta go softs to hards. Sam Hunt says serious motion. So what's happened? Kaz is off the Kaz on the stage, dropped down in 7th position, and now the two Mercedes are going side by side there. Kaz is having to snap him oversteer, and Toy Corner is fighting, but we've got to take a look at the two Mercedes as Boxstow's up in the 4th position there. Look at that, they've lost 2 seconds there somewhere, whilst we was having a look up and down the order. Typical stuff, Ginger. You missed the action as always. Soft's already dead there, as Sam Smith still leads at the moment there, but you can see, let's take a look at if they're very much finished on these cars, then of course Boxstow's going to hold it to the back, but Menace there is all over the back of his teammate at the moment. And now here comes Immortal then on the outside of Sam Swift Ninja. The DRS is quite powerful around here. You've got to get very technical, very tactical in this one. On the outside, it goes Immortal then. And we've also got Percy Sticks behind there. Menace is Menace and Boxtown. Goodness me, the two teammates already had a couple of teammates issues in qualifying. Contact! And into the pits comes up Menace there. And goodness gracious me, that was lucky that there wasn't a huge crash into the wall. Look at the background as well. It's the two RBs that going side by side as I think that Dallas Indigo is through. So is Coop. Unfortunately, Legend has dropped down into 11th there. Kaz is off, and Kaz in the wall. We've missed another action there. Kaz is in the wall, and it's damaged the Aston Martin. And once again, qualified. Oh, he did the back of German there. As once again, qualifying going so well for Kaz there, but race trip has all gone wrong there, and it was all getting a bit too tight there. Toy Coin up in the 5th position there. Of course, where are the two jump stars I hear? I said Knowles is through as well, and he was out of going all off the circuit there. That's Keza there. They're using the part of the circuit we do not rent there, but Keza in 13th position, Kaz from down to 14th. Troy 15th and Bravo at 17th. Both drivers did make a jump start at the beginning of this Grand Prix. As you can see, look at that, Sam Swift Ninja struggling to keep up now. So Sam Swift Ninja will probably be thinking about coming to the pits there, going onto the hard compound tyres, and that would get him to the end of the race. And here is Person. Look at how much we're homing in now, as Legends and Coop there are getting very feisty here on the back straight. Look, Indigo is once again, Indigo's driving superbly well at the moment, isn't it? Putting his qualifying blues to one side. Up into 8th position, Indigo is now. That's a great start once again there for Indigo, as the leaders changed there. As Percy takes the lead there, goodness me, and there's more action because Cooper's now through and passes Legends there. Indigo is already out of DRS range. That's incredible stuff. Into the pits comes the championship leaders, Sam Swift Ninja, as Percy leads more towards 2nd position there. Boxhouse in 3rd with Toy Coin in 4th. Equals in superb 5th with Chappers up into 6th position there. Good stuff indeed there. As all the Chappers fans are waving, I'm going to be jumping up and down, I'm sure, in the grandstands and also on the other side of the screen there. Keza German on the best strategy, says Serious Mushroom there. German currently on the hard tires. Keza also on the hard tires as well then. So that's what Serious Mushroom means by the best strategy. Is starting on those hard tires. Percy's got a 3-second penalty. That could cost him the Grand Prix win. Yes, we're not even at half distance yet, but these 3-second penalties are going to make or break your Grand Prix here today, unfortunately. So Sam Swift Ninja out of the pits now. I think Kaz also coming out of the pits as well. Kaz is 9 seconds behind Sam Swift Ninja. He can still make a name for himself in this Grand Prix, but he's just made it a lot more difficult then. And look at Chappers though. Goodness gracious me. Chappers, of course, one of the most unluckiest drivers last season, but this season absolutely driving superbly well, of course, with the Chappaholics, as I've called them in the comment section. Very much willing cars on here. German is through. Coop is through as well. As Legend jumping down 7th position. Billet, oh my goodness me, his balance has had a 3-second penalty, and Coop somehow keeps himself in a forward motion. Here's Knowlesy now on the outside, no mid on the inside, but now he's got a very far up Keza then, who should have been 5 places up the order, but unfortunately had a 5-place grid penalty. As coming across the line as well, Immortal retakes the lead of this Grand Prix. As there's Box Tau, who he's got a lot of straight line speed, that Mercedes said, as Legends is in the pits. So Legends the first of the hard medium runners then to blink and come into the pit lane. There's Troy in the background. Knowlesy is now into the top 10. Troy, there he is. So Legends coming into the pits now. Menace who's in 14th position, Menace is. Stop watching Chappers. The curse, Sean, the curse. I apologise. Right, we won't watch Chappers for a minute because yes, we do know about my commentator's curse. Well, he is in the background there, but if I'm watching Equals, does that still count? And so we can see him in the background potentially. So no one's got 3 second penalties like that, apart from Ballon there, and also Percy as well. But that 3 second penalty, I think, is going to cost Percy potentially. But however, it doesn't matter what I think; it doesn't matter how this race unfolds. Menace takes 4 seconds over Sam in 1 lap. Says Camera Racer, and yes, oh goodness me, that's a good spot there, Camera. I didn't even spot that, to be honest. As Menace down in 14th position there, as Menace, of course, has pitted there, unbeknownst to me, whilst I've been waffling on, missing a lot of things that I said to you, Mr. Meek. I think you need to, you should have went to bed earlier last night. However, I was quite intrigued in watching men try and toss each other. Oh, goodness me, try to throw each other over the top rope. Then, because yes, I do like a bit of wrestling, or men in pants, which is trying to grapple each other over the rope. And into the pits comes Box out, and comes Toy Koi, and comes Equals. As Chappers now on to the dizzying heights of 3rd position now. So Chappers said, I think he would love to have a safety car right now, wouldn't he? Good stuff indeed then for Chappers said, as everyone else said, as a German still in 5th, Cooper still in 6th. Knowles is all over the gearbox of the McLaren driver. Knowles on a good start to the season. He didn't start scoring until late last season, but has really taken on that form going into this season as well. Menace there, as the camera mentioned, they're doing a good job indeed there. As just flying around. Speed should have won last night, said Brewers. Absolutely. I was gutted when Bob Breaker absolutely speared into him there. That was outrageous, and that should have been a disqualification right there. I wonder, did you like Jey Uso winning the Rumble? I must admit, I did want John Cena to win, but that just shows my age, to be honest. Goodness me. Anyway, sorry, this is meant to be a Formula 1 stream. Disgraceful behaviour, isn't it? Gosh, I need to sort myself out, don't I? This one, they're going to be a professional. Sam Swift then jumped to 14th position there. Equals is down into 15th, but Equals is only just coming out of the pits, so those hard tyres are not going to be in the right temperature just yet. Locking up that inside tyre of Sam Swift Ninja. So Sam Swift Ninja, and then we've got more parts for the lead there, of course. It's going to be yo-yoing around, isn't it? Yo-yoing around in this race as we come up to half distance now then, what has been an absolutely fantastic one indeed then. Uso will win the title in my opinion, says Brers. I reckon as into the pits comes Immortal. I reckon he's gonna challenge Gunter for the title, I think. Or is that the most obvious thing I've said? To be honest, I haven't watched wrestling. I watched it a bit last year, but I must admit I haven't really watched it much since it's gone on to Netflix, because I need to really stop being so tight on the old purse strings and actually like get Netflix again, because I still need to watch Drive to Survive season 5 and 6 and whatever one we're on as well. Even though it's Walter is out in front of Boxtel, but behind Menace, so he's now the meat in that Mercedes sandwich. Look at how far behind Sam Swift Ninja is, because Sam Swift Ninja is also behind. It's also behind Champerson. So is that the warm-up issues? I think that there's some warm-up issues on these tyres potentially, because Sam Swift Ninja has lost quite a lot of time, or is that just down to the soft tyres potentially? I'm not sure. But whatever the case may be, Sam Swift Ninja's got a lot of work to do now. He's got to overtake Chaffers, Toy Coin, Boxstar, Immortal, and Menace to win this Grand Prix. And that doesn't count the likes of Percy, Immortal, German, Keza, and Nolsey, who all haven't stopped yet either. Goodness gracious me. Absolutely incredible stuff. But hards are the best tires on this game then, says Goku. Then we've also got Real Ashton. Who your ALR Royal Rumble order from 1 to 30, says Real Ashton. Oh, goodness me. I could be here all night then. I think Serious Mushroom should be number 1, obviously. Because, he's my number 1 driver then, Serious Mushroom. Of course, very much in the thick of things in the Bronze Championship battle as well. Samsung Ninja going on the outside and passes Chappers there, as I hear a lot of boos there in the comment section as well. Of course, not for Samsung Ninja, but the fact is he's overtaken Chappers there. Very much, it feels like we're in Mexico, doesn't it, whenever the Chappers fans are around then, which is really cool stuff indeed then, albeit Chappers fans is all over the world as he comes across the line and will be up into 10th position. Samsung Ninja has set the fast lap racer. Yes, as I mentioned, Samsung Ninja's got a lot of going on then. I have no idea what you two are on about that. Now I think Cody's going to win that. No, I think he's going for Cody. Oh, now that is interesting. I must say that's quite interesting indeed, actually. Oh, and what's happened? Boxtel is out of the race, and that's a safety car. And Boxtel is going into the wall at that precarious turn 5 chicane. And the Mercedes driver, I reckon he's hit the inside wall, and because of that, he's ripped off the front left part of the car. And unfortunately, Boxtel out of the race, and Boxtel, who was having a superb race, is out of this race there, and that is a shame indeed. Then, so what is going to happen here? And Tori's out of the race as well. What's happened to Tori? Tori has well, he's on the back straight. So it's issues there for Tori. Well, Tori has well, I don't know what's happened to Tori then, but there must be some mechanical issues there for Tori because he was on the back straight. There's the other Aston Martin. Well, we've got 3 now on the circuit. Well, 2 actually, because Tori's out of the race. And the other Aston Martin is 14th at the moment with Kaz there. So this safety car has really thrown the cat amongst the pigeons there. What are you talking about, says Goku. So about men in pants there. Oh, no, Geordie, says Goku. Tori Court's got a 3-second penalty. That's not good at all. But into the pits comes Percy there. So this safety car, who's it going to help and hinder then? Can Gurman and Keza go to the end on the medium tyres from here? That's what I'm thinking about. Because Roman didn't win, so I think he's taken taking Cody's win entitled. Then Roman comes for Uso. Ooh, I like that. Gurney and Keza top 3 now, and they still need to pit then. As out of the pits now comes the 2 Red Bulls. Percy leads. Immortal has stayed out in second position. Toy Coin is in third. Indigo is coming out. Look on the left-hand side there. That's one of the Williams team. That is Chappers, who's pitted and is in 5th position. Goodness gracious me. Indigo is having a 4th. What a drive from Indigo. He's absolutely superb tonight. Equal's in 6th position. German is having a 7th. Menace is 8th. And now and 9th is Keza with Cooper 10th, Knowles in 11th. Sam Swift has elected to pit and is on the medium tyres. So is Legends on medium tyres. Kaz is also pitted as well. So is Brabbit on medium tyres. And Troy is in the pits as well. So then this is really from the cat amongst the pigeons now, isn't it? Oh my goodness me. This time Luck has come back to Keza then. Come on, Chapper says up Braswell. They still need to pit there. Goodness gracious me. Safety car is out then. Whoever called the safety car, hats off to you. But I must say that this is interesting now, isn't it? So, lap 13, we're just over half distance in this one. Oh, Percy, love being brake tested. I'm not sure if he means by Burnt Mylander, even though Burnt Mylander is a gentleman and a scholar, so I don't think it would be Burnt Mylander, so I'm wondering who Percy is talking about there then. Did your brakes work, says Serious Russian there. So 3-second penalty for Toy Coin and Immortal. Let's take stock. We're on lap 13 at 25 here. Lucas Percy, former world champion, leads this race then. Very difficult start to this season, but my goodness me, he has come back with a vengeance here. It's not like incredible qualifying lap there to put him on the front row, and now is leading this race then. Immortal is in second position there, but it's got 2 lap older tyres and Percy. That's going to be crucial in the outcome to this race then. Well, Serious Mushroom, no, not Serious Mushroom. Hungry Styles has very much set a spoiler potentially. He thinks that it's going to be Percy winning this race. Toy Coin in 4th position, does have a 3-second penalty though. 5th position is Indigo. 4th position is Indigo. What a drive from Indigo. He's my driver of the day so far. 5th position is Chappers there with Equals in 6th. German is in 7th. He is the highest run on the medium tyres. 8th position is Menace with Keza in 9th. Coop in 10th position. Who's that? That's Nosey in the pits, and so Nosey is not thinking about the hard tyres now. He's thinking about medium, I believe. Let's see, he might be thinking about lunch, which, to be honest, I don't blame him because I'm thinking about lunch as well, to be honest. However, I might have to go outside, which is not a good thing to do on a Sunday. Into the pits, there comes Williams tyre now onto medium tyres. Nosey's given a track position there. Is that going to be costly? But then again, it's very easy to overtake around this circuit, I say. It feels easy to overtake around this circuit. Trying to load laptop for driver of the day, says Farf. I would say Farf, if you think about driver of the day, which I know we've got 10 more laps to go, but definitely put Indigo in there. I also put Keza in there as well. I'm not sure about that 5-place grid penalty. We did not see it on stream, but but I must say that I'm not sure if it was his fault or if it was the game or if it was German. I'm not sure. But if that 5-place grid penalty was not Keza's fault, I'll put Keza in for driver of the day as well and Indigo. That's certainly 2 of them anyway. That's my That's my input to drive of the day. Which, to be honest, I shouldn't really be putting inputs into drive of the day. Serious Mushroom knows, as I decided to put in a reserve driver one time, which robbed Serious Mushroom of one of his driver of the days way back in yesteryear. Where am I? One job, Farf. Indeed, one job, Farf. I know I have two laptops as well. Goodness me, Farf. It's not going well, is it? But nevertheless, hopefully we'll get the driver of the day vote up soon. I could probably put driver of the day vote up, but I must admit, sometimes my laptop is not very good then. Chaps currently on the net podium, says Brers. Absolutely. Of course, why is that? I hear you ask. And of course, anyone that's new and joining the stream, hello, hello, hello. Good evening to you. A happy Sunday and all that. Even though I'm going to be honest, after this stream, I'm going to have the Sunday blues, as unfortunately I've got to go back into work, and I've also got to do some work as well, which is shameful and stuff. Which is shameful indeed that we've got some new starters tomorrow, which means that I've got to be on my A game. I'm going to have to bring out the old pink shirt. But what the prayer means by that, it means that there is 3-second penalties to Percy and Toy Coin. Both drivers got a 3-second penalty, which should be added to the end of their race time. Balance has gone onto soft tyres. That's a brave call. Goodness me. So the 3-second penalties will be added to the end of the race time. Of course, if anyone played the old Liverpool Studios game, of course, those 3 seconds penalties just meant you had an engine cut for 3 seconds. We're racing! And out of the final turn, then here comes Percy, leads them with a Mortal in second, Coin in third position, followed by Indigo. And you can see there in the background there, Chappers is getting very defensive. It's not Chappers, I should say, it's Equal's getting defensive, because on the medium shot tyres and so much more grip, they're going into turn one. German there trying to return to ALR for splash, and he's up the inside there, passes the Alpine and goes through. And he's also going to help Menace as well, because you look left, there's Menace, he's through and up into 8th position, 7th I should say. So the medium tyres are already coming through the field there. So Equals may be swallowed up here, because also Kaza is in the facility as well. My word there, but back at the front then, Indigo, Chappers has lost a second and a half somewhere, so Chappers is not under the ideal to start there. Indigo on the podium with a Mortal called it first then. Gurney's going to be a rocket then. After 10 laps, the mediums are not going to be giving anyone grip anymore. Then Sam Swift Ninja's up to 10th position and the championship leader. But he's got to make hay now. There's going to be a lot of work that Sam Swift Ninja needs to do in the final stage of this Grand Prix. On board now with Immortal. There's a Fryer Toy Coin. There's Indigo. I feel that now fifth and back then it's going to be very difficult to get themselves back up to the back of this crocodile, potentially. Look at this. Here comes Menace. German needs to make the move now. Maybe not now, but needs to make the move going into the final turn at 27. Otherwise, Menace Max is going to be through there. And goodness me, the former world champion there. He's under the cosh there for the last year's runner of that. Look right there he goes. Goodness me, he's like a freight train. Menace is there and passes. And passes German there. Moves up into 6th position. Sadly for German, he didn't even have a chance, did he? Goodness gracious me! As Coop there is dropping down. Sadly, he's dropping down like a stone because of the those the old tyres. And my word there. As now, what can Menace do? He's having a look at Chappers and can't set the fast on race. And going on the inside, he'll have much more braking. And he does. He's through. Chappers is not going to give this one up there. But I have a feeling he hasn't got the tools for the job. And Chappers down into 6th position. And German there, unfortunately, he needed to get past. I feel that now he's going to be swamped then by the next gaggle of cars, which Equa's on the hard tyres, but I feel Sam Swift and Keza, Legends, and the Kaz is going to be a major factor. And look at Indigo, he is absolutely flying through the field. He's had a great race so far. What a menace. One more safety car is incoming, says Brad. I think that you could be right, especially in this action backstage. On the outside goes Equa, no Sam Swift Ninja, and rockets past Equa to move himself into 8th position there. Wow, incredible stuff indeed. Look at the German now. I'm surprised German still got past Chappers. I feel that's been a great race for us. Kaz got a 3-second penalty. That'll be added to the end of his race time there unfortunately for Kaz, which is a bit of a blow there. It's look at Legends here and having a sniff as well. And you heard that beef in the background. That's the DRS there. And look at them. 21 and 22 is an absolutely fantastic part to watch for F1 cars. Here comes Sam Swift, and he's going to be able to do 7th position now with just 9-10 laps to go. Or something like that, and as he he's through and passes German. German's going to go wide and see if he go through the old switcheroo, but that corner is a bit too acute there, sadly, as they come out of the final turn. Or sadly for German, not for Sam Swift, because Sam Swift is going for Chappers. He is through, passes Chappers, takes 6th position, and German's through as well. And up into sadly for Chappers is dropping down. But remember what we heard from Styles. Styles has said that the medium tyres are going to start to fall off in the next 6-7 laps or or so then. So that is going to be crucial. And if that is the case, then if you're around lap 23, 24, if they can get those tires in from here on in, then it should be okay then. But it's going to be a stretch. So they're going to have to really think about nursing these tires to the very end of this one. The medium runners, that is. Hard tires should get to the end there. Percy looks very comfortable in the lead. He's actually started to pull away then. This will be Percy's first Grand Prix win in a very long time indeed then. On board now with Indigo. Great drive so far from Indigo up into fourth position, which is also good as well, because that also means that I didn't have to worry about asking questions as well, which is fantastic stuff indeed, as I can just sip on me a monster and enjoy the conversation that is coming my way. Which is why I always fret when Farf is on the podium, because I have to do some work. And who's that gone off? That is Equaz has gone off there, and sadly for Equaz, it's a 3-second penalty. That's also going to cost him position as well. That has Kaz is now into 9th position there. Here comes Kaz as well. Kaz trying to recover, and look at that then. He's using a bit of Urs deployment as well, and there's 3 abreast then, and Kaz is going to be a meat in the sandwich there, and Kaz on the outside, and contact was there. I'm not sure, but either way, Kaz is through. Equaz is down in 7th position. Kaz somehow went from 9th to 11th there, and now here they come again. And Sam Swift has passed Menace, and Sam Swift is the leader of the medium runners there. And look at that, that is Keza. Oh my word, and Keza just ghosted in. Luckily, Gurman was ghosting there, because if Gurman wasn't ghosting them, 2 Red Bulls would have hit each other again, unfortunately. But luckily, it was all fine and dandy there. Gurman in now in 8th position there with Keza in 9th. For goodness gracious me. Menace and Sam needs to work together if they want to latch on to Indigo's bosom there. Indigo, you can win this then. Unloaded position checks, please send us some serious pressure there with drugs far. Goodness me. On board now with Indigo. Yes, Sam is absolutely, Luke is absolutely right. Oh no, that's a Haas. It's a VSC. It's Billet who's gone off the circuit. I think he's done it. Well, it's just before the quarter where Schumacher had an almighty smash there in 2022. But not ideal then. But that VSC, who's that going to help an indoor? I think that would certainly help the medium runners, wouldn't it? So just on board with Sam Swift and Ninja now. Indigo at 14 positions. Great drive indeed. Then Keza at 10 as well. Really good stuff indeed. Chappers at 4 positions. Troye and Brabbit trying to recover after their drive through penalties for the jump start, which I think that Brabbit reacted to Troye, to be honest. When you're on when you're on the edge of your seat and preparing to get going in the race, so any movement and you're just going to go, and I think that's what's happened to Brabbit there. So sadly for Brabbit and Troye, then it's just been an uphill struggle ever since then. A lot of penalties down the field. Then it's not as many as what I was expecting actually. Going into this race, as the BSC is still out at the moment, and as the Haas in the back, we're back racing, and I must say that was a very awkward part of where you're going racing again then, as now we're on board with Indigo, and look at that then, just like Luke predicted, Menace and Sam Swift Ninja have worked together, and now they're all over the back of the top 4 here. Now, can Sam Swift Ninja and Menace cause a fracas here? Yellow flag then, and there's more issues at the back, and it's Billet off again, and he needs to get that car going, because there could be a safety car here, which would really throw a curveball into this one there, as unfortunately for Billet, not ideal in that second Haas car, unfortunately, as they come out of the turn 10 hairpin, which I don't think it's the turn 10 hairpin, to be honest. I'll probably need a trap map around here, but there we go. Oh, not Indigo, sorry, I was going to say Indiana Jones for some reason, goodness me. But Toy Coin getting a bit squirrely on the rear posterior there of his Ferrari, and doing a lot of harvesting as well. We're on board of Indigo. In the back now, you'll see the wing mirrors, and there's going to be a Dayglow Green cast right behind us, and that is Sam Swift Ninja. There he is, and my goodness me, you can never count Sam Swift Ninja out, even though he might have been in the middle of the pack there, he is still coming at them there with just 6 laps to go in this incredible Grand Prix. Gurman has finally got past Chappers there. I feel that's a couple of laps too late though for Gurman, I feel then, because I think that Gurman may struggle to get onto the back there as Immortal takes the lead there of this Grand Prix. No, because look at this, we've got an incredible battle there going into turn 1, and Toy Coin are almost getting forced into the wall, and here comes Indigo, who's now moved himself up into third position, gets past Toy Coin. Contact between the 2 cars, and Toy Coin spinning off there. I think that's frustration for the Ferrari. Oh goodness me. Yellow flag then, and Toy Coin now. I'm wondering if Toy Coin should possibly have backed out there, or did Indigo chop him off there? I think they probably should have backed out personally, but that is just me, and I cannot say too much because I'm not a racing driver, far from it. Well, Sam Swift Ninja is now back where he started. Toy Coin down in 16th position sadly, and Toy Coin is going to be frustrated because that is a podium that's gone away, and potentially even a Grand Prix win as well for Toy Coin, maybe in this race. A multiple lead. Second position is Percy. Indigo's now to a superb third position there. Can Indigo get a second Grand Prix win of his career here tonight? That as now as we flick through the trying to thread the eye of the needle here. That as much as I hate Indigo, as much as I hate it, Indigo for driver of the day, says Browers. Absolutely, I think he's drove a superb job. Safety car! And why is there a safety car? And I'm wondering if it's to do with the front in the background. But this safety car later on, is anyone going to come in the pits and throw on the soft tyres there? I say refrain from your votes at the moment there, because I think this race is far from done. Safety car is out. Track position might be key around here. It depends on how long the safety car's out as well. I feel that you shouldn't come in the pits here. None of the top three have. Sam Swift, Ninja, and Menace are not coming in the pits even. Is German? German's in the pits. Kaz has stayed out. Is anyone else into the... Oh, it's German almost getting a 10-second penalty there as he steams into the pits. There's the soft tyres out of the Red Bull then into the pits now. The safety car, I think, will only be out for a couple of laps. And so, but even so, I think that the soft runs would want the safety car to be in quite quickly here. Knowlesy has stayed out. German's in the pits. Equaz in. Brabbitt's in as well. Cooper had to queue up behind his teammate there in the McLaren Mercedes. Only 1 point so far for the McLaren and the constructors. Toy Coin is out of the Grand Prix. I wonder if there's more damage there done to that Ferrari, which is why he is retired from this one there. I gotta say, Toy Coin should have backed out for me, says Serious Machine there. Told you, safety car, said Browns. Mystic Meg there. Absolutely, and unfortunately, then, that is fortunately, it's going to make it very interesting indeed. But unfortunately, there for the drivers and penalties, that's going to be painful indeed. Medium should pit, says Stars. Laugh out loud. Browns, lottery numbers, please, then. Yes, indeed, then. Yes, could you please, private message to YouTube, please, at ALR. Just because we don't want everyone to know the lottery numbers, because then otherwise we'd have to share out the prize fund. Goodness me, do I sound like Formula One there with getting new teams in? Oh, sorry, yes, I should have been mentioning Andretti and all that stuff, should I? I'm not salty at all. At least they're in it. Well, they ain't actually, are they? Because I think I was watching the Racers YouTube video earlier on, and they were saying that they've not officially been accepted yet. They still have to go through a process with the FIA. So they still got to sign off all these documents and all that kind of jazz there. So yeah, I don't think they're in it yet, are they? But yes, it's good to have 11 teams in there. But of course, I did come from an era where there used to be like 13 teams on the grid and all that kind of stuff. If anyone remembers was it 1990 and 1991? We had we had a load of pre-qualifying as well. Didn't we have we had 15 odd teams, didn't we? We had the Life team. If anyone remembers that, very odd. Was it like a W-shaped engine? Now that was very odd, wasn't it? Unfortunately, the Life team was not very good, and they're all so synonymous as well for am I allowed to say his name on here? I don't think I am, but let's just say a not too nice person there who is related to David Brabham. Into the pits comes, and I'm not on about Jack Brabham either. I think I'm on about David's brother, I think he was, wasn't he? Or uncle or something like that. Into the pits comes up Knowlesy. There we go. Driver of the day is out then. Get your votes in now, or wait until later on. I probably would, to be fair. There you go. Kasak might be out, I've seen. What? I missed tick to drive the day, says Bros. I wonder if you did that on purpose. I hope Serious Mushroom is not being serious on this occasion for one. We can never question Mushroom's knowledge, but I must say, if that is the case, I'm going to be hitting the roof. And that's a terrible way. I like to raise the roof, but not on Sunday. And that'll be a terrible way to start the week as well. I hope not. I hope he's winding me up. So there we go. But yeah, of course, back in the 90s and 90s when we had the Euro burn in there, of course, which wasn't really, a lot of the teams weren't really fit for purpose, were they, to be honest? But we do need little teams at the back of field. We need teams like Bernardi and all that, because they introduced us to the likes of Fernando Alonso, Mark Webber. Potentially, we have missed one of the stars of the future by not having as many cars in Formula One in the last couple of years or so. Potentially. No, I was going to put Indigo, but I put Menace, as Brad said. As I think the Brads are the only one that's put Menace. Even though Menace drove a superb race today. Indigo's got 62% of the vote there, as Brad, so I wouldn't worry about that too much, because he's winning by a country mile at the moment. Unfortunately for Keza, no votes at the moment for Keza, which is harsh, who had a 5-place grid penalty and started 19th on the grid, so he's up to 8th for a good 7D. Yeah, 2026 might not be their start year. I've seen today. As a search mission. Is that the engine though? Because I think I've read that the engine will not be ready until the 2030. So, but Cadillac is going to be using Ferrari engines until 2029 or something like that, or something along those lines there. So I hope that's what you mean. Otherwise, I am going to be fuming. So I think there's going to be a very late. The safety car, I don't think is coming in yet, is it? So as we're waiting for the Haas or the Bullet to catch it to the back of the field, so we got another lap of me moaning about Cadillac there, which I'm sure is what everyone wants to hear, isn't it? I do love a good old moan. I certainly do indeed. That, albeit I also like moaning about the lack of teams in there as well. Cadillac won't have a works engine until 2028 at the earliest, says Luke. I've heard it may not be to the end of the decade. So apparently they've got the new timeline of 2029, 2030. So they're going to be using the Ferrari engine for the first 3 or 4 years apparently. And the chassis will be from next year, says Luke. Yeah, which is absolutely good stuff indeed. Though I must admit I'm liking that. As Knowlesy's in the pits again, as is Billet there to get on some fresh boots, and away they go. Then as they got 2 laps in to see what they can do. And I must say it's going to be a very frantic 2 laps indeed. I say bring back Minardi though. That's me anyway. Yeah, 2028 is sort of a best case scenario then for Luke. Yeah, I think not for Luke by the way. I mean for the Cadillac engine. What isn't the best case scenario? I'm not sure if any of you else have heard that apparently Audi's engine sounds pretty poor, and even who was the other team as well? That was Honda even said that they're not really feeling too confident on the engine regs either at the moment for 2026. Which is a shame, really. F1 always produces new regulations when F1's it's tight to say, because 2025, I think it's going to be a doozy of a season, isn't it? I have no idea who's going to win. It's great stuff indeed. I'll be on a live by then, so I don't care. So Serious Russia. Oh, that's a bleak output there. Bleak outlook there, Serious Russia. I doubt that at all. I think you're going to be our special analyst. You may have retired by then, Serious Russia, as I know you're getting on a bit now these days. But you could be our special analyst panel member in the studio where we cut back to you, a bit like the old Australian coverage. There wasn't the World of Sport or something, Worldwide Sport, which used to show some of the F1 back in yesteryear. Of course, I was watching on YouTube and I was trying to look for the ITV coverage, but I found World of Sport instead. Nice, says Styles. I think Norris or Piastri for the title, says Brers. As the same cars, isn't it? I must admit, you can never do. I'm not sure about Norris. By the way, I'm always wrong. So if whoever I say, the opposite's going to happen. I'm not sure about Norris. I feel that he hasn't got that cutting edge, to be honest. But then again, that was his first title fight, so you never know. You never can tell. I do think of Verstappen. You can never count out that man, can you? He's absolutely incredible, isn't he? I was going to say beautiful. He is a beautiful man indeed. But go, go, go! Oh no, we're not. As Indigo slammed on the brakes. No, sorry, Immortal slammed on the brakes there. But now we're going to get. I apologise, Indigo. He's going to be absolutely disgraced with me for throwing his name under the bus as we go down into turn 1. And Indigo's on the inside. Is there going to be contact? The other end there is Indigo just about keeps the position. But here's the championship leader, Sam Swift Ninja. Oh, and Sam Swift Ninja, they're flicking the bird, I think, at Indigo's. He's lost 2 positions there. And Indigo may have lost his podium as well. As Indigo is lost out there, as Menace was off the circuit there. Oh, but I think that Menace might just be able to get away with that one. Let's see if the game has to get back there. Immortal has flown out away there. And Immortal currently on course there for his as Indigo's lost out more positions there, but Kaz has a penalty though. So Indigo's great race there as Covington unfortunately having his Billet's having issues in the background there, and unfortunately Billet is Nightmare Races continuing at the moment there. German all over the back of his old rival in Pedalo. That's going to be interesting indeed. Then on board now with German now, so he thread the eye of the needle going into the final couple of laps here, and I've got a really sweaty undercarriage now, which isn't very good. Let me stand up. Immortal Lita going for his second Grand Prix win of his career, or third Grand Prix win. I'll have a look at that stat in a minute. What's happening here? Oh my goodness me. And that's Keza. Oh, and he's almost into the back of the Alpine now. And Keza's on the old hot medium tyres, which Equaz now moving someone to 10th position, but he has a penalty. Here's German. There's Menace. He's past Sam Swift Ninja. Chalfers is on the inside. He's on the old hard tyres now. And now Sam Swift Ninja's back. into third position there. Menace is lost out. Here comes Kaz. It's on a great recovery drive as well. Where is Kaz? He's going for it. He's going for it to turn one there. And look at Percy defended. Billets out of the Grand Prix. Champion is down in the 10th position. And there's more contact. There's Menace and Kaz. There is fighting for 4th and 5th position there, which will become the podium. Yellow flag. There is Billets out of the race, but it's too late for a safety car. They've actually moved the car off the circuit, which is good indeed. My word. Immortal leads in the second position is Percy at the moment. And there's the penalty situation there. Menace could still be on the podium here as he needs to stay within 3 seconds of Lucas Percy, who got very defensive there down into turn 1 there, hustling there for Percy as Immortal is now on the final lap then, a potential course for his second Grand Prix win of his career if he can just survive this last couple of miles in this incredible Grand Prix. And it'll be Immortal's 4th win. I apologise. It'll be Immortal's 4th win of his career. And Kaz is on an issue. It's on a slide there. Kaz does have penalties as well. As here comes Menace, and he is through. What about Indigo? I think his podium aspirations are off the table now, sadly for Indigo, but still a great drive from Indigo. I'm recovering very nicely indeed there. Up into 6th position. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. But here comes Immortal. Immortal's got half a second advantage. Sounds like Ninja is catching, but I don't think he's going to try to overtake Percy because he's got nothing to play for, I don't think. Now then, his champions down in 10th position, down to 11 champions, but he will gain that position because of those penalties. And coming across the line, and Immortal wins his 4th Grand Prix win of his career. And a great result today for Immortal with Sam Swift second and Menace Max in 3rd position in this race. What an incredible end to the race. The one thing that I may be concerned by is the safety car. Yes, we have safety cars out there, but that last safety car, and I'm thinking a lot of the drivers are going to be unhappy about that safety car at the end, and maybe questioning why that's come out potentially. Oh yes, I love that. That's fantastic. That's fantastic indeed. Then for Immortal, there's 4th Grand Prix win of his career for Immortal, and must say that his 21st podium of his career as well for Immortal. Of course, a world the 100% champion, the first ever 100% champion there, and really he's on such fine form at the moment. As the Immortal is there, Immortal might be a slight cut away from the pace of Sam Swift. But my goodness me, with races like that, there's going to be very interesting, isn't it? So, final classification then, Immortal, 4th win of his career. Sam Swift 2nd with Menace in 3rd position. Indigo in 4th. Indigo drive the data, great drive. Great drive from Gurman as well. What a comeback from Gurman. Percy in 6th position. Disappointed that in the end, I think. Now, Troy 7th, great recovery. Chappers 8th, Kaz in 9th, and Keza in 10th position. Legend 11th, Cooper in 12th, Equals, Brabant, Knowlesy in 13th, 14th, and 15th. Retirements was Bellet, Toy Coin, Boxstar, Tori, and Cam all retired then from this incredible Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. Let me quickly read the comments and before we talk to Menace. Actually, no, let's Menace Max has got places to be as he doesn't want to listen to me chat about all kinds of nonsense. Menace, a great result today to finish on the podium. But do you feel that you're disappointed with that or happy with that podium in the end? You came out the pits in front of Sam Swift Ninja, and I must admit, I think he was the highest runner on the medium tyres. So at that time, I was concerned about the tyres getting to the end then, but that's because I don't know much about tyre management. But with the tyres, worried about the tyres not going to the end then, did you think you had a chance of winning this race because you was the highest runner on the medium tyres, or did you not know what was going on in the race at that moment? It is racing, and of course, with this race, of course, being a random race as well, and in Saudi Arabia as well, of course, there is going to be safety cars. Unfortunately, you seem to always do well on the even number tracks at the moment. Now, of course, you didn't score in Australia, and you only got 6 points in Japan there, but you got second in China, and you got another podium today. Then, so consistency seems to be a bit of a struggle at the moment for you in the opening stages of this season.
But yeah, it's
Sorry.
no, you're all right.
And what do you make about the and what do you make about this random circuit tonight? Then, of course, it was very much last minute thing, wasn't it? Where you had to decide about what you was going to do in terms of the race and stuff like with lack of practice. And what did you make about tonight's challenge? And did it help you or benefit you?
um, I think it's a nice change to have a mystery track. Like it removes the practice aspect. Unless you want to do all three tracks. I only practiced Jeddah today. That's the only track I wanted to practice, and I was just like, if it's Jeddah, it's Jeddah, good. And then if not, then I'm still pretty pacey around most tracks. I can be competitive, so I wasn't too worried. But yeah, nice change. No one knows what's coming.
And of course, apologies. I had the mic audio switched off, so no one heard the first two answers to your question, but which is not very good, is it? We mentioned about your consistency and all that kind of stuff. What in the we mentioned about the second and fourth rounds and scoring high, but the first and third rounds weren't too good. You mentioned about Australia. Then could you just repeat what you mentioned about Australia? I apologise.
Yeah, Australia. I mean, it was a comfortable second, if not first there. But that's I get then again, we will never know. But yeah, it did knock my confidence a little bit because it's a track that I like, and I seemingly couldn't unpick what had happened either. It was like just nothing basically. But obviously, I ended up in the barrier. It just went across the curb that I'd been doing every other lap, and it just wheel went really floaty, and I couldn't save it. It didn't grip up like usual. So it is what it is. But yeah, I think the most frustrating thing was just not knowing what exactly why. Because if it's my mistake, it's my mistake, and it was my mistake. But it was a mistake that was kind of difficult to hone in on what exactly it was.
Of course, you came in the pits there and throwed on the medium tyres out of that first safety car. With the final safety car coming out so late, then did you think that maybe I can go on the soft tyres, or do you think it was just too late because the safety car came in with only one lap to go, really, didn't it?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know. In Baku last season when I was winning, late safety car, I pitted for softs and it didn't work. Um, so maybe around here I could have gained a couple places, but it depends how many people pit behind you. Because if you're like ninth or tenth, you just don't stand a chance in the first sector of passing someone unless you've got that much more grip. Because it's just high speed and follow the leader.
And do you think you're out of the championship with like those two rounds where it just went a bit awry for you, or is it too early to say? Then I know it's only 16 rounds a season, but the quarter season's gone already. Are you still in it?
I think until I'm mathematically out, then I've got to, fancy my chances. But they're definitely they're not the best chances at the minute, but the chance is there.
I love it. Well done, Menace. Brilliant stuff indeed. Then
No,
great
thank you,
drive.
Sean.
And Sam Swift, goodness me, it was a tough old race today, but you've had such a good start to the season. Are you thinking about the championship already? Thinking, oh, potentially this one got away, or you're not concerned about that because you've had two wins so far and then four podiums, so it hasn't been too bad.
Um, no, I'm not thinking about the championship just yet. It's the start of the season. I mean, anything could happen. I could go on a bad run of form of getting multiples like second, third places and not getting wins like I did last season. So yeah, it's too early to call for the championship. We just got to take it race by race at this point at the start. Obviously, you got to think about starting to think about the championship when there's like maybe about a couple of races to go. If I'm still in the championship hunt with a couple of races to go, leading, then I'll start thinking about it, but not just yet.
I must admit, from my point of view, there's panic stations when you came on the pits, and you was quite far behind your rivals. Then was it issues with warming up those hard tires in the mid part of the race then, or was you stuck behind traffic? Because you lost a lot of ground after that first pit stop.
No, I just slightly scraped the wall, and even though it didn't pop up on my display or anything, my my front wing was still green on the display. I entered the pits and it said that I got front wing damage, so I lost like 8 seconds in the pit stop because it changed my front wing, which I didn't know about.
Unfortunately, the commentary missed that completely. I wish you said that your
It's
tires
so
did
good.
warm up.
No, it was
And
only a little bit of damage. Even if you would have seen my car, it would have looked like my full front wing was on it. But even I didn't even know that I had the front wing damage for the first stint, but I did. So and I'd lost like 7 seconds of the pit stops because I did my pit stop under green flag. So I thought I was out of the race, to be honest. After that, after the first pit stop round, to be honest. So I'll take, even though I could have won, I'll take a podium finish at the moment.
what do you think cost you the race day? Was it that second safety car that potentially cost you the race day, or was that final safety car? Because you and Menace was catching to the front four very quickly. Could you say that you won and lost this race today?
Um, probably the front wing damage and also yeah the second safety car. But I mean, with this league, there's the with with the races nowadays, there's safety cars 24/7, so it's probably just my fault for misjudging and think there weren't going to be that many safety cars. But yeah, it's definitely my own fault. If I didn't have the front wing damage beforehand, I could have been well up there with the undercut, going from soft to hard. Just I thought the thing is I experimented with strategy for this race because I mean most of the time it's a boring medium hard or hard medium if you can get away with it. That only like Percy can do because he's just too good. But so I just thought I'd experiment for this race as it's a random circuit for strategies, and obviously it backfired. I didn't get a good result, but I mean, it is what it is, really. So it's still points on the board.
Certainly is, and I wish I had a bad result and finished second. And with the random races you touched on, what did you make of it? Did you like it? Do you think that did you like it? A bit of jeopardy in it, or would you rather just know what you're doing for the race after?
Oh no, I enjoyed the the random track. It was just a shame out of the three tracks for this one, I only had one good one, which was Bahrain. I'm not really good at this one, and I absolutely hate Miami. So if it was different circuits, then yeah, I'd absolutely love it. But it's just I'm not I'm not good at most of the circuits in the thing. But yeah, having the random track and not knowing what you're doing is actually really fun because you might see differentiate of different people up at the top and at the back, but it was good.
And of course, we're going to Portugal next week. Then it's a race that we didn't race at last season. How are you feeling going into Portugal then in Portimao? Then it's a bit of a difficult circuit, and it's probably a little more difficult to overtake. Then are you feeling confident in going into round five?
Um, yeah, Portugal could actually be the first race where there's like no DRS train, so it could actually be a really entertaining one. But also there's probably a lot of people that are probably going to make mistakes, so it'll probably be another boring race with safety cars. So it'll be the same old strategies of starting on the softer tire and then going on to the harder tires. But if there's no safety cars, honestly, Portugal could be a really good one with strategies and actually gaps forming and having some good racing.
I love hearing that. Well done today, Sam Swift Ninja, and you've extended your lead in the championship as well, albeit it's only finished second today. But what a drive from yourself! Brilliant stuff indeed. And that is
Thank
going to
you.
be it then for the stream tonight. Then, of course, let me just quickly read out the final comments then before we leave today. Of course, Luke saying Mercedes feels confident. Ferrari are hoping they can carry over the aspect of this engine. Red Bull is is bricking themselves. Audi are bricking themselves on Honda. Well, there's a Stroll merger there. That was from Luke then. also, this title fight will go right down to the 4 races. This title fight went down to the last 4 races, didn't it? Says Browers. It did, yeah. And unfortunately, I think it was Brazil where it all went slightly awry, didn't it? Unfortunately. Also, yeah, Indigo was dropping down like a stone, wasn't it, towards the end then? Percy saying he would take 6 with damage. Maybe I'll get my 3-second penalty removed as well. As that is going to be it then for the stream tonight. Thank you very much. It's been absolutely superb stuff. I've enjoyed this one. It's a good one. And the random race one, oh my goodness me. It was certainly keeping me on my toes as well. Join us tomorrow night. We're going to do the same. It is not the same race tomorrow night. Well, obviously, unless Saudi Arabia gets picked again. We're going to be doing the same races again, where we're going to be spinning that wheel between Miami, Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain then. So for silver tomorrow, it is going to be the same thing. But which circuit are we going to be at, and who is going to take advantage of that? I do not know. You'll have to find out tomorrow. Goodbye.